class. So today's class is unique. Um, we recognize them in the market. People just get certifications for the sake of it, but here at Bounty, we don't just want to give you the certificate of which you have to get after you submitted all the assignments and cleared the fee. And you also want you to get the certificate and be able to be a fully competent data analyst, even using Excel and the rest of the tools that you'll cover. Hence why we are having these unique classes as well. So today's class, I'll show you something interesting that will be built upon all that we've learned up to yesterday's class, the class on pivot table. So we have our clean source data. So remember, we are all analyzing this data and wrangling this data and make sure that the data is clean. Kindly always ensure that. So for the order and ship date, not to worry. When you look at next week, I'll show you how you can fix those two. So that one I understand as well. So let's start. We have our large data set here. We wrangled it. We found everything out. Now I want to insert new pivot tables. Let me just hide this. We want now to come up with a very much more way to do this reporting. And if you master this, I'll repeat, you'll find yourself becoming the go-to person in Excel, and that's how promotions and recognitions come. So I'm going to hide this, yeah, so that you remain with this one, so that you can focus on what you're going to learn. So I'm going to insert a pivot table like that. Then I'm going to insert in a new worksheet. Voila, we have our new pivot table. Now we have this data here, and you want now to represent for data, let's say in, let's say for which kind of region. Let's say you want to represent for the Latin American region. Maybe even can present for Africa, but I think Africa is a market. Yes, Africa is a market. So you want to represent for Africa. So I'll show you how we can go about this. So first things first, we can now get the total number of customers. I'm going to select the customer ID. Then I'm going to do a direct reference of the same. So that is the first step. Now remember, you can rename here as well. So I'm going to call this one customers like that, so that you can be able to retrace your steps if you need to. Then here's what's the kick. I'm going to insert a new sheet. Now this sheet, I'm going to call this one summary, for example. Then I'm going to minimize a bit. Then watch what I'm going to do. So please pay attention. In case you get stuck, guys, unmute, ask away. If you are completely unable, just type in the chat box, but I prefer unmuting. So I'm going to insert a rounded rectangle like that. Then I'm going to format this rectangle. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Ta-da-da. Going to add a bevel, is something like this. Add a shape outline. Then just like that, like that. Then I'm going to insert a text box. Remember, our very first Excel class is here. Does someone have a question? Elizabeth Wambua, do you have any question? Okay, let's continue. Bounty. So going to call this one byte site. Byte site Africa sales report. Yes, this is what you are going to design. That's our end goal. Now, I'm just designing the title of our report. Then I'm going to come here, then effects. Do you really need an outline? No, we don't need an outline. I'm going to check this one. Then the shape fill, then I'm going to select no fill. Then here I'm going to set the font color to white because of the background. So I'm going to come select here like that. Then I'm going to, yeah, I can increase even the font size as well. then you can put like that. Don't worry, this will look at what you are going to do just now. Then going to Control C, Control V, copy paste. Look at how I'm aligning this data as well. So going to put a box like that, then Control C, Control V again, like that, then Control C, Control V like that again. Now, something you can do if you want to space this one out evenly, you just press Control, select the shapes that you want to align or to make sure they're in the same position. Come here to Arrange, then Align, then you can distribute horizontally. See it is distributed horizontally well, then you can align to the middle. Now notice the position anytime that you do this, so it is aligned to the middle like that. Then what next I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this text box, select inside there, then resize it again. Here I'm going to call this one customers as well. So I'm going to put a home like that, then come there. I don't know whether you're following through, Wambua. I hope you're following through. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. If you are with me up to this point, good. Yeah, welcome back, Elizabeth. So let's continue. Then inside here, I'm going to do a bit of tweaking. I'm going to insert, yes, an icon. Now, this is how icons come into play. We can design them, be creative as much as possible. Then we can come, then we look for anything that represent customers, can select, let's say this one, or even this one as well. This one represents a block, but out of these ones right here, I can select any. But for now, I'm just going to go with this one right here. I think it looks best. Then I'm going to insert. So it will appear something like this. You can resize it again like that. Something like that. Then graphics field that. What is not happening? Yeah, something like that. Then the outline, I'm going to put it as black. Something like that. Then I'm going to insert this bigger text box inside itself. So Control C, Control V. Then I'm going to reshape it like that. Now, this is the reason why I showed you the get pivot table data yesterday. Going to come here, then reference now this reference data and bring it over here. So how we do this, make sure the cursor is represented like that diagonally. You left click once on it after you've seen it shaped like that, put an equal sign, then you do a reference of that as well, then press enter. Have you understood what I've done, Wambu and Elizabeth? Yes, let's continue. So anybody will just join through. So I'm going to align this one at the center. Then I'm going to also set the color to that. Then we have a total number of customers. Then let's come and find more insights. So I'm going to come Control C. Now I'm not going to paste it down here. I'm going to paste it horizontally. I'm going to skip a column. Then I paste it there. Now I don't want customers this time. I want to get the total sales. Okay. Or maybe even the total products even to begin with. Then you can see that the product ID is sort of like the same here, which may not give us accurate insight. So I'm going to ignore this one. I'm going to select the number of orders. You can see the order ID there is also giving us not the same. So sometimes this happens, and what Excel does, it does account A, I mean the pivot table. So in this case, you can bring it there. Then now you can do account A manually, because now what it does, it brings a unique of the customer ID. So I'm going to do account A, then select that one, Control Shift down. I'm not going to select the grand total because it's not part of the data there. Then close bracket, then get an answer. You can see that the answer was very different. Can also do the same here, by the way. I want you to see the magic. Here I'm going to drag customers here. Now you can see it has done a ref error. Let's redo it again. Do account A like that, select like that, like that again. There. So you can see the count in the pivot table is just account A, the cells that are not blank, and the same thing applies here. So what will happen? Okay, let me delete this one. You can see it is 1590 and before it was 51,000. So the number of customers has changed. Have you been able to understand what I've done? What about you, Amboa? Awesome, let's proceed. So now I'm going to now do the same here. Let me call this one customers. So that whenever you come and redo, you can do whichever you want. Then here I'm going to call this one products, like that. So what I'm going to assume here, I'm going to come and copy paste this one so as to save time. Then here I'm going to rename this one, instead of customers, I'm going to call this one products. So we have that one there. We can insert an icon for products, so you can also insert as well. So remember, in order for you to access this, you must have good internet connection. Now this is just part of my creativity, so I'll just giving you a roadmap. You don't have to necessarily follow me word for word. So let's find, do we have, which one represents products here? You have PlayStation, you have the handshake, I think that one is sales a bit. Then you can look for maybe what? You can even take a shopping cart. Yeah, I think looks good. Then you can just use format painter here. Then you can just drag there, then resize. So it looks something like that. Then this text box, make sure to, if you want to resize it, has to look like that. Otherwise, click inside the outline will be dotted. So notice that. Then I'm going to come, click there, Control C, come here inside here, click inside this other one, then Control V. Now we want to do a direct reference, so come click there again, backspace, delete all that, then come and select here. Then we just do the format painter again. Are we together up to that point? Awesome. So let's continue. So you have the products there. So I'm going to press Ctrl Shift down to select this entire pivot table, or you can reinsert again afresh. I think you know how by now. Then I'm going to paste there. Now, here I'm going to deselect that one. Now I want to find the total sales. Let me get the total sales. Then you can see it is that one there. So I'm just going to call this one total sales. Or even can get the total profit, whichever way you want. So I'm going to select that one and like that. Then you can change the data type. Let's set it to our currency. Let's set it to the United States currency rather, because of we are dealing multiple countries in Africa. So you can also do a format painter there as well. So now we want to bring this data over here. So what we do, just do the same. Control C, Control V, like that. Then this one here, Control C, click inside this big one, Control V. Then we can come then insert any of these icons. Yeah, so we are getting the sales. Let's look for an icon that looks like the sales. Anything representing a currency, you have this one. We can bring this one as well. So you can also bring even the handshake one, because the handshake represents that you are making a deal. So I think I'm going to go for this one, but feel free to interact with any one that you want as well. So you can come and then click there, do a bit of resizing, then place it there. Now we are going to bring sales here, so it's not product. So I'm going to bring sales. Then I'm going to elongate this one further, but first let me show you why I want to do that. Backspace again here. Now you see you cannot bring that entire data here. So what we do, we just elongate it like that, use a format painter, then it appears somehow like that. Any question, Wambua and Liz? As wait for the rest to join. Liz, any question? Okay, good. Let's continue. So now we have these metrics here. Now these ones here are also called KPIs as well. So if you want to get the KPIs, that's how we get. Now let's move on and now get some interesting graphs and come and paste here. Now let's redesign this one here. So don't worry, my mouse is not mousing very well. It's okay. So let's get now the one of these shapes. Control C, Control V. Then we can place it somewhere like there, like that. Then we can just come and play around with it here. Let's insert a graph. We see how it looks like. We have the total sales, but now we want to get the profit. So we can come here, get profit. Don't need the shipping cost for this one since we are looking at sales. Remember the title, sales. So anything doing with shipping cost will not really apply. Then you can come here and look for now the profit. Now you look for the country that is giving us the highest profit. But now in this country, we want to filter for Africa. Okay, so you can come here then filter for Africa, but you can just do general. I'll show you how you can do that later. Now you want to get the country with the highest profit. So how we can do this? We can also insert a map, by the way, for those who missed. Yeah, it's raining, don't worry. Then you can now try to insert a map. Yeah, so I don't know what's up with my mouse. It's okay. Let's insert a map. Let me increase the volume. Able to hear me better now, eh? So let's insert a map. So you can come here and insert the map as well. Then we have a field map right here. Good. We can now even rename this one to, instead of sum of profit, we can call this one total profit. How we can do this is by coming and changing here. Then we call this one total profit because we've done a direct reference. Then you can see in the map, I think it will change as well. So where is our map? Yes, it should be here.
Excuse me, Alvin.
Yes, please ask.
I've lost you.
Where have I lost you?
Where you are inserting a map.
Oh, okay, okay. So let me delete then redo, okay? You've understood how we can I've direct referenced this data from this pivot table here. Okay, good. By then let's do a format painter. I forgot to do a format painter for the data type. So you can come scroll there, then like that. Now to insert a map, because pivot, if you look at the previous video, you realize that pivot charts doesn't have a map. So to insert these other extra visualizations, we have to do a direct reference of the pivot table. So you come select like that, then select like that. Are you together up to that point, Liz? Good. So you come now here to the charts, you click on this arrow, or even can click recommended charts as well. Then you can find this map right here, recommended, or any other visual that you want. But for this one, I'm going to go and insert this map. We together up to that point, Liz? Good. Now remember, from the data type, anything that is inside the brackets is a loss because we are dealing with profit. So I'm going to call this chart as total. I'm going to call this one profit per country. Even you can just add the name totals. Does no harm. Remember, the title should be between I think 3 to 7 words. I think 3 to 7 words is ideal so that you don't overwhelm the reader. Now, let's come and cut and paste now this chart over there. By the way, you can add data labels here. You can see the highest country is Russia. Yeah, the highest profit. So I'm going to cut this map, then now paste it here onto the summary. Not to worry, we'll look at why I'm doing this. So as we continue, remember we are going to look for Africa, so bear that in mind as we do this so that I don't forget. Now, in order for you to access the map, your laptop must be connected to the internet and stable internet for that matter. Right, so let's leave that one there. We'll revisit it in a while, so don't worry. Let's Control C, skip a line, a column rather, then notice I'm doing it horizontally, then I'm going to paste here. Now for this one, I'm going to deselect the profit and then I'm going to select the profit per category. Which product category has the highest profit? So I'm going to look for category here. So you can find the region, I think it will be covered in the market, then you can look for the category. Then you can see furniture, office supplies, and technology. It's like that. So you can sort this one from largest to smallest, like that. Then now you can insert a funnel or another interesting visual. So you can come and do like that. If you've noticed, I'm not inserting the bar graphs because I think we've done them quite a lot, the previous classes. So I'm going to call this one product category, like that. Then remember, since you're doing a reference, whatever you change here will be affected here. Going to select here, then come again to insert. Then now I'm going to try and select a sunburst. Up to this point, Wambo and Liz, are you with me? Any part you've not understood? If you've not understood anything, give me a thumbs down. If you've not understood up to this point. Wambua, if you've not understood anything, give me a thumbs down. If you've understood everything up to this point how we've gotten here, please give me a thumbs up. Good. And congrats. Now, this is a sunburst. It's an amazing pie chart. So what we can do, we can come and format it a bit. But before we do that, let's revisit this part. Control C, Control V. Then we can place it here. Now, we can also align this one as well. So you just click the outer boxes, then come to shape format, then click align. Then you are going to align the middle. Then we are going to distribute horizontal. I think it's already okay. So you can click outside. Let's come back to our graph. We can add the data labels here. So let's add data labels. Now we can click here more data label options. Want you to see the magic. What has happened to my Excel? Yeah, Excel has not is stopping to Excel. It happens. So let's wait for it to open. Yeah, so believe let's wait for it to open as well. So this thing usually happens, so I don't know why, but it happens, especially when you're analyzing large data sets. Yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to restart from the start again. Don't know whether there's any sheet that we've done here. Let's see if we've done. So it sometimes does a document recovery. In case it hasn't, we can just yeah, not to worry, we'll just hide everything. we start afresh. Unfortunately, yeah, sometimes it happens. So I'm just going to hide, then I'm going to close this one as well. So hide this one, going to hide this so that you can focus on this one. So we are going to look at sales. So I'm going to insert a graph, a pivot table rather. Then I'm going to call this one, we are looking at the number of customers. So customers. So I'm going to select customer ID. Remember we did it like that. Then we did account A. Hope Excel doesn't take Excel again. Then we are going to close bracket. Got our customers as that one. So customers that. So I'm going to add a new sheet. So I'm going to try to use a different style this time, but similar to help you understand. Shapes, then icons like that. Then you are going to format this one as well. Add a bevel. Then you can also add a shadow. Then you can add a shape outline. That elongate it further. Then you can insert our text box. Now remember what you are going to insert here is what you are going to call the title of our report. So you are going to call this one Byte Site Global Sales Report. Or even can, since you are looking at Africa, you can call it Africa Sales Report. Yeah, something like that. Then you can now format, make sure this is a color white. Don't worry. Then shape outline, no outline. Shape fill, no fill. Then you can now come there and make it bold. Going to be a bit quick on this one. Yeah. So allow me to save this one as it is so that we cannot lose our progress. Yes, so I'm going to save it like that so that we don't go back again. Yes, just give it time. Good, just done saving. So now we can come now, Control C, Control V. Are you guys with me up to this point? Are you guys with me? Yes. Right, so this usually happens in Excel, so don't worry, it usually happens. So I'm going to try to add more KPIs so that we can reduce the time we take to insert those icons. So I'm going to insert this one. Then I'm going to call this one customers like that. And I'm going to minimize and to insert it like that there at the center. Then Control C, Control V, resize this one again. Looks like a button by the way, really nice, very good. Then now go to reference this one. So I'm going to come here like that, da-da-da. Awesome. So remember, the beauty of sometimes the format painter is once you design this one, you can use whichever method that you want. So you don't have to necessarily do this manual. Just design one, then if you want to save time, you can continue again with the rest. So I'm going to insert another one and another one and another one. Now let's align these four so that you can make sure they're okay. I'm going to come here to shape format, align. Then I'm going to distribute horizontally. So just a minute, then take something. So far so good. Any question? All right, let's continue. So we can have this one right here. Control C, Control V. call this one customers. Then now this one can call this one products. Yeah, so products like that. All right. Then we can come here, make sure it is at the center. Then Control C, Control V. Yeah, so let me save that we don't lose our progress. Again, yeah, we had made some really interesting steps. So sometimes you may need just to go save step by step, and also in a name that you can remember the file in. So you have this one right here. Then Control Shift down. Then let's scroll back up. Call this one here. Then instead of now this customer ID, I'm going to insert the product ID here. Then we just do account here. So you can see even Excel formulas are very important whenever we are dealing with pivot tables. Then go to a down like that, then press enter. So this one, I'm going to call this one products. So that whenever you come and revisit, you know what you are doing there. Then going to backspace, I'm going to insert that one right there. Then format painter this like that. Let's come insert the total orders as well. Can also do the same, but instead of orders, let's get the total sales. I think we can get total sales. I think order ID will be repetitive of the first two, so we can Control C, Control V like that. Then you can reinsert a pivot table again, or you can just copy and paste like the way I'm doing. Either way works. So I'm going to come here and look for the total sales like that. Sum of sales is this one. I'm going to put this one as dollars. Then I'm going to minimize the number of times like that. So now I'm going to do a direct reference of this. So I'm just going to rename this one as total sales. Yeah. So I'm going to come here then like that, like that, like that, like that. Pretty interesting, huh? Then I like this format painter button a lot. Then it does something interesting like that. So let's get one last metric. Control C, Control V. Then instead of now total sales, we can get something like the average discount per the product. So you can come here and look for discount. Then like that. Remember the sum of the discount should be in percent, it should be average. So value field settings there, average, and can call this one average discount. Get it is 14%. Oh wow, we are really a good store, eh? Yeah. Yeah, imagine walking to a store, then your average discount is 14%. You'll be a really happy customer. So discount. So in some cases, you find it happens like this, you just elongate there, like that. There's no harm in it. Then Control C, Control V. So average discount, backspace, you do a reference like that. Then format painter again. Have you understood how we can now come up with the KPIs? Let me save again. So these are KPIs that you find most executives look for whenever and even people whenever you want to make a report and just report on the what the key metrics are. So I'm going to minimize this one a bit. So Control C, Control V. Then going to insert now the map again afresh. So I'm going to pick let's say this one like that. Then I'm going to get the total profit. So I'm going to look for profit. as well. So this one should be a currency. Then I can call this one total profit. Then here I'm going to look for the country, right? Remember, I'm going to look for Africa, so bear that in mind. Then I'm going to do a reference. So I'm going to call this one country. Let's do a direct reference, but we are not going to include the grand total like that. We have our country there. We have the total profit there. So I'm going to use format painter again to do the format painting job for the data label, data type like that. Good. Then from here, I'm going to insert the map. I think this is where Liz you had a challenge. I hope I answered your question on the same. Good. And are you guys, I know it's raining, but I hope you guys can hear me well. Good. So let's call this one profit per country. So this one total profit per country. So for the sake of that this Excel doesn't start again. So if you find myself saving all the time, I'm just trying to save our progress so that in case it shuts down again, we can pick up from where we left. It's a good trick that you can use. But when working with large data sets, sometimes and opening many tabs like myself, find it happens like this. Okay, so we have Excel there. Then you can add the data labels. You can see there we've found that our first country that has a profit is Russia. So I'm going to cut and paste this one. Just press Ctrl X on your keyboard to cut. Then here I'm going to paste this one, this map right here. Let me try to minimize the size a bit. Then place it there. So this sheet 5, I'm going to rename it as summary like that. So let me save again. So far so good. Are you guys any question? I'm happy to take. What about you, Liz? Any question? Right, so this part of this class actually will trigger two things, your curiosity, your detail orientation, and as well as your creativity skills altogether. So it's just a matter of practice. So this is just the roadmap I'm giving you. So you don't have to necessarily do what I'm doing word for word, letter for letter. Feel free to be as creative as you possibly can. Now, we want the total profit here. Now you want the segment. So you can look for segment, or I mean the category. You add 3. Awesome. So I'm going to sort this one from largest to smallest like that. Good. Then we do a direct difference. If you want to see how you can remove the grand total row, you can revisit yesterday's video. Everything is clearly explained there for pivot tables. Then you can come click there. Let's insert now our sunburst. This is the part where Excel did the unthinkable. So I'm going to click there, then click OK. So allow me to save again. Wait for it. So these are very nice visuals that you can understand. And by the have you understood how you can integrate these visuals that are not found in pivot charts with pivot tables? Guys, have you understood how you can integrate them? Mr. Wambu has understood. What about you, Liz? Awesome. So I'm just coming and adding data labels. So I'm going to add the value. Then instead of separator comma, I'm going to put it in a new line. Then I'm just going to increase. So let me just redo it again. Data labels. You come here to more label options. Then you select that one as well. Now, if you want you can represent this as a percentage. So it is also possible. So you can present it as a percentage of the grand total. So you can see the technology is bringing us most of the profits. Sometimes, when you present with numbers, it usually becomes overwhelming. So you can just come here, click data labels or data label options, then the value, then you can say new line. So this is not actually the data type that you adopt for, but this one, the data type should be in percentage as well. So let me just, yeah, I think it should be percentage as well. So show value as no calculation. Let's repeat. Then here I'm going to select number. Now here I'm going to select show value as percentage of grand total. Like that. Yeah. Then I forgot here. You now can change this one to percentage, then it will change. So it is picking data from here, then this data is this chart is picking from here. So that's how interconnected they are. So you can come here, rename this one to profits distribution per product category. Looks amazing, isn't it? How does it look like, guys? Yeah. One thing I'll tell you, a secret, don't mix too many bright colors whenever we are doing this here, because it will make the report look like it is really shouting, and don't want that for a report. So you can put it there. Then the font size is like that, so that one, not to worry about it. So let's try to insert a few more, then you can insert the rest. So don't worry about how we are going to do. You can even format these graphs, but first let me save. Yeah. Ta-da, waiting for it to finish saving. Waiting for it. Awesome. So now let's come and shape fill. You can put no fill. Then this color, you can put it to white. That's how you can put the color to white and bold. Same thing here. Format, shape fill, no fill. You can see there. Then the profit per country, can make it to be white. So this one, you can just format it the way you want. I'm just being a bit creative. And this is basically what we learned in our Excel. So this one, you can add the format, I think shape outline, you can add a dark color so that at least it looks like that. Then what have you. But you look at this one just in depth in a minute. That's even how you can format a map. Then this one here, you can see the product distribution per product category, or even can just call it profit per product category as well. People will be able to understand what you're talking about. Here, we want to insert another graph. Control C, skip a column. If you're not referencing, that is. So we can come to this one here. We want to see, we want to identify the customer distribution per the we want to understand the customer distribution per city. Since you are looking at Africa, you can find this one out. I'll show you why. We'll look at how it integrates to Africa. So this one, you can call it city. Oh my, by the way, forgot tell me this one should be category. Yeah. Then now this one should be number of customers. Number of customers, like that. So now here I want to do a top N, the top city. So I'm going to right click on the categorical data, right click, then select top 10. Then here I'm going to select top 5. Items by number of customers. Then you can see the cities here are Los Angeles, Philadelphia, blah, blah, blah. Then here I'm going to come and sort from largest to smallest. Are you guys with me up to this point? I hope I'm not speaking to myself. Wambua, are you with me? Any part you'd like me to repeat, Mr. Wambua? Okay, good. Let's continue. Thank you for the thumbs up. So now we can now do a direct reference. Now remember, I'm doing the direct reference either next to it, or if it's a small pivot table, 2 rows below it. Notice that. Then here I'm going to now come and insert, let's say, tarara. Let's not go for this one. We can now insert, let's say, even a bar chart like this. So this one is okay. Now, if you want to change the orientation, whether this bar chart is in pivot tables, but if you want to change the orientation, you just select from smallest to largest. So it's an inverse bar chart, an inverse column chart. So I'm going to select legend. You don't need it. Don't need grid lines. Don't need the primary horizontal. But first, let me save before I forget, so that you can continue. Waiting for it. Yeah. So it's good to get used to such challenges early on as you learn, so that whenever it happens you won't panic. So you can come and add the data labels. Now remember, you can also represent it as percentage if you want. So number of customers here, I'm going to call this one customers per city, like that. Then Control X, come to summary, paste it inside this one, then Control V. Resize it a bit, like that. Then going to come here, file, save, in case Excel misbehaves. Wait for it to save. I hope you guys are able to understand how you are at the back of your minds as you learn, how you are going to implement this in your daily tasks even. Are you able to visualize that as we do? Good. Very good. So we are heading somewhere. So I'm going to format this one to like that. This one here, I'm going to click the axis like that, the data labels like that. Now, because the bars, the background is blue, so I'm going to format this one to, let's say, not black, but white. Then I'm going to add the shape outline as black. Then you can also add shape effect like the bevel, something like that to that effect. Then I'm going to make this one bold, this one bold. All right, so what have I done? Control Z, make this one bold, then this one, make this one bold. Now we can remove the outline because we don't really need it. Then the shape outline, no outline. Same thing here, shape outline, no outline. Then also here, the shape outline you can remove and make it no outline as well. Yeah, we haven't removed the outline here, so format, shape outline, no outline. Elizabeth, so far, how does this thing look like up to this point? Can unmute and just tell us what you think.
Uh, it is neat. Someone can easily go through it, and yes.
Okay, thank you so much. What about you, Ambua? The same thing. Please unmute and tell us what you think.
Oh, it's all beautiful.
Only beautiful.
Yeah. I'm saying it's all beautiful. I mean, yeah, we're developing such things.
Okay. Thank you so much for that positive feedback. Yeah. Right. So let's insert one last visualization. But first, we have to save. So this is just a crude way. I'm just giving you a roadmap of how you can go about it. But feel free to explore other avenues and be as creative as possible. Look at all the different designs you can insert and then you can do. Then let's insert one last one. Then you move on to the next part I want to show you. So number of customers, we can remove the city. Here now we can come and select, let's say let's go for profit again, or even the sales. By the way, it's still okay. Don't need the market because it's like the region as well. Then you can come to product name. So here the product name you can find here we have, but instead of product name, let's add the customer name. Just for the sake of it, I think this one is the clean customer name, can add there because of the trim data. Now here I'm going to select the top three. So top three, like that. Then here I'm just going to change this one to dollars. Then instead of inserting those other graphs, you can even insert, let's insert a waterfall since we've done the rest a lot. Then you can sort, oh my, what have I done? Sorry. Here we can sort this one from smallest to largest, but first let me save. Yeah. So let's give it time to save. Right, so let's continue. Do a direct difference like that. Then here I put as dollars, then you can reduce the decimal point. Then you can call this one total sales, or even you can call this one revenue, like that. It's still okay. Then this one, we can call this one, what do you call this one? Call it customer name, like that. Now, let's do insert a waterfall. Liz, I don't know whether you're with me. Liz, you're with me. Are you with me, Liz? If you are with me, give me a thumbs up. Oh my, have I lost you, Liz? Okay, what about you, Ambua? I hope I've not lost you anywhere. I don't know that's the correct English anyway. Okay, let's continue. Let's insert a chart. Now here, I want to insert this waterfall chart right here. So remember, anything if these colors are decreased, then you can see that it is the one that we have. Now this one, remember, we've done a top end, so I'm going to say top revenue per customer. That's since we already have the data labels. Now the grid lines are just a replacement of the data labels. So if you have either of the two, you don't really need the grid lines. If you have the grid lines, you don't need the data labels. Hope that one is clear. So let me save. So we have like that. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes, thank you. So I'm going to cut and paste this one. Then I'm going to paste it here. Then I'm going to resize it. We don't really need this part anymore. Then I'm going to paste it somewhere like that. Then watch what I'm going to do again. If you've not been following through, let me show you what I've been up to. Let me replace this one. I put it down here, sorry. Let me pick this chart. Then now drag it down here. Control X. You have to Control X, Control V, so that now I can elongate this part down here as well. Then this one here, I can put it up here. Mr. Ambo, what are you saying? You can unmute and tell us what is on your mind. Please unmute and share.
No, I'm just loving the lesson.
Yeah, what about the lesson has captivated you? You can unmute
Now,
and
just looking at the dashboards.
yeah.
I'm saying I'm just looking at the dashboards.
Yeah, this is not.
And then I realized there's a time I wanted.
Uh-huh.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm just looking. Yes, I'm saying I'm just loving the dashboards. There's a time I wanted to create some, but I couldn't create anything to this level.
Oh my. Oh my. I'm glad we are really helping you. Um, I think this is a skill you can use at your job. Do you agree?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, so let me just continue. I want to show you some hidden aspects. You don't just pick graphs and paste. I'll show you in just a few minutes. So I'm going to elongate this one further. Now, we have this nice dashboard. So this one I'm just going to format this specific data label since it's overlapping here. Let me just zoom in. Then this one I'm going to paint it to black, but the background is now what I'm going to format it to white. So shape fill, then make it white so that at least somebody can clearly see. Then this one, the outline, we don't need an outline. Then you can zoom out. Then I'm going to save just to beat Excel, not to misbehave. Liz, do you have any question?
No question up to now.
Any comment up to this point?
It's just interesting. The class is interesting. Yeah, the work is neat. It's beautiful, as who has said. Yes, and I'm learning something.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, let's insert some really nice slicers because we want to make sure that our report here is dynamic as possible. So let's insert slicers. We come to pivot table analyze. Slicers, you have to revisit the previous class. So I'm going to insert the order priority. It's the first one. Then the slicer here, I'm going to format to this one. Then slicer settings, going to hide fields with no data or data, depending on where you studied English. Then add two columns like that. Then like that. X. Then Control V. You have the order priority seated somewhere there. Then you can also insert another slicer. Now for the timeline, I am not inserting because remember the error we had, the order and the ship date. So I'm going to skip that one for now. You have the segment. Then you have the segment right there. Slicer settings, hide items with no data. You have something like that. Now you can Control X. Then you can put it like that as well, like there. Then let's come again. Insert another slicer fresh. Not to worry, you have the profit category, so you can use if, nested if, and if you remember this class, it's the same one, so there's no need to worry about it. Then you can click OK. So you have high, loss, medium. Then you can rename the profit category here. So come to slicer settings, you can remove the ifs, add items with no data, like that. Then can change the name here as well. It's not showing there. Remove the ifs. Then click outside, it will individually show. Then yeah, Control X, Control V. Now you can also elongate this one further. So I won't insert too many slicers as well. So not to help you and overwhelm you, and just to help you understand. So I'm going to align them like that, like that. So control, control, control as you select, go to slicer, align. Now you're going to distribute vertically, then align at the center. There we have it. Now, remember we had said you are looking at which continent? Africa. So remember, that's now what you want to do. You have to insert, but first, before we do that, let's connect all these tables here. So you are going to come to Slicer, Report Connections, ignore the detailed summary. So we've inserted quite a lot. You can click this one at random because I know we've inserted a lot. There's no harm in it. I think this one is in sheet 3. So anything that is in sheet 3 is what we are going to select. Then sheet 3, this is in sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 3, sheet 3, sheet 3. Good. Then we do the same here. But before we continue, let's save. Right? We don't want Excel to misbehave on us again. So let's wait for it to save. Mr. Wambua, is there any insight you've picked? Can unmute and tell us, is there any insight that you've picked so far?
Insight, I'm not getting you.
Like any result that you've picked that you can see, that you can visualize how you are going to present?
No, no, I think this bit requires some artistic mind. So anything is possible at this point.
Artistic mind
You
in what
need to create
sense?
things.
Yeah, really, I like your play of words. Not to worry. What about you, Elizabeth? Same question. Any insight that you've picked? Yeah, Liz is a bit silent as well. It's okay. Uh, so we can make this work
Yeah,
anyway.
I think I think it all depends on what you are looking for, what you want to bring out. As
Yeah,
long as you have the basics,
yeah.
anything is possible. Anything is possible.
I like that mentality, which is very true. So now, let's now see for Africa. Now, in order to do this, we insert a slicer, pivot table analyze, insert slicer. Then we look for the market. Can either look for market or region. So what I'm going to do, let me just, yeah, I can remain with market for this case. Depends on how you've read the data. Then I'm going to select the ones that are in sheet 3 only. You can see it's connected to pivot table 14, which is in sheet 3, and our tables are in sheet 3. So you can click like that. Then you can filter through for Africa. Look at what has happened here. Look at the map. I don't know whether you've been able to see the change. Liz, what about you, Ambua? Have you been able to see the change that has happened? Or would you like me to repeat?
No, my screen is hanging up, but I think okay, I'll catch up. I'll catch up along.
Yeah, it's okay. So now
I'm seeing there's a change in the okay, yeah.
let me show you another trick. Now you can insert another text box. We now put it up here. There's a reason why I'm putting it up here. But first, let's save. Give it time to save. Let's give it time to save. Yes, so that now we can, Excel won't misbehave. Now let's come and delete this one and now come back to sheet 3. Then we do this time function. So you can read about that time function later on. So the custom is time, no. So you can also insert the now function. Now this one you can change it to short dates. Then you can change the format. Instead of short date in English United States, you can change it to United Kingdom, something like that. See 3rd of October. So if you press enter there, you see that the time will automatically update itself. So let's insert those two. So you can insert them simultaneously like that. So how we do this, we can use concat like that. Remember, this is a text, right? Then you put open and closing quotation marks like that. Then put it like that as well, then close bracket. Oh my, so this one it has not brought what we wanted, but it's okay, it's okay. You can just delete. You can see the time has updated. So if you press enter again here and backspace, you see it has updated here automatically. Now you can just insert the 3, there's no harm. So you can insert that one there, then Control C, Control V. Let's insert now this other one like that. So whatever we've done here, we've just done a direct difference. So we can put there as off like that. So let's save to save our work. Right, so now I think it is done saving. So we can just come format painter this, format painter that, then you can just position them. Now let's remove the outline, no outline. Then the shape effects, the bevel, you can remove it. Then we don't need any shadow, so you can click no shadow. So it looks something like that. Then you can just format painter this. You can practice on your own free time, or you can format the rest as well at your own free time. So I'm going to position this one at the center. Just let me click outside, then format painter that the center, so it's still okay. Now we want to insert the logo of Bounty Analytica here on either side. So that's what we want to do. So allow me to use the logo of Bounty Analytica, but if with your permission, if you have an organization you're working for, you can use the one that you want. So I'm going to come to Bounty Analytica. Yes, here we are. We have a website, by the way. If you want to explore, you can read more about us, what we do, what else we entail. So I'm going to look for the logo. Here it is, but please don't do this if you don't have consent, okay? Kindly. You don't want to be sued for you are trying to disenfranchise a company without their permission. So kindly remember that. So this one you can have a look. So I'm going to come save image as. So please remember to ask for permission. Are we together up to that point? Analytica logo. So don't just take logos off it and then just insert them any way you want to. So you can explore our page later on. So I'm going to come back to Excel. Then I'm going to insert our logo on either side. So what you are going to do, you are going to, let me drag this one a bit here to the middle. Then this one here, this one here, this one here. So I'm going to insert our logo, the one that I've downloaded. So download is like that. Here we are. So we can just resize. So I just hope I won't get sued, but don't do this without permission. And I'll repeat, please don't take somebody's logo, somebody's name if you don't have permission from them. It is usually very important to seek consent and before you use anybody's name or logo like that. So you can put it there. I'm going to format this logo a bit, then picture effects, bevel. Then I'm going to add the picture border. like that. Then I'm going to copy paste this logo, paste it there. Then I'm also going to copy paste it here. Right, so let me come to view and check the grid lines because you don't need it, and headings, also the formula bar. Then you have something as interesting as this. So allow me to save. Before now you can look at what we really intended to do. Have you understood the procedure that we've gotten to come here to this point? Liz and Montu, have you understood? Now, one thing I'll tell you for free, and the aim of this class is to now use all the skills you've learned so far in coming up with a high-level report like this one. Let me add some data labels. I don't know, it's not showing. Let me click there, then value. So I'm going to add a new line. I'm going to show space, but it's okay. Right, so don't worry, as you filter through, you can see. Now you can see here, once we filtered, we found out the various metrics that we want. So this is Bytesight Africa sales report as of today at this time. So it is automatically updating. So even if I come here, then I click enter, I just enter backspace, it will just automatically update there. And tomorrow, you'll see that this date will it will update itself. So this is how it looks like. So let me just elongate this one like that so that you can see what you are looking for. Now, Liz, I want you to unmute your mic and tell us. Assume you've been sent a report like this. What would be the first thing that you notice? Liz,
Pardon, please.
yeah, assume now you've been sent this report and that's
Yes.
this report here. What would be the first thing that you'll see that will help you make a decision?
Uh-huh. The first thing that I'll see
Yeah,
will make me make a decision. Pass, please.
yeah, it's okay. Wambua, same question to you.
No, I think the thing that stands out is the profit per product category.
Okay. And
Yes, and maybe that's where I'd start by maybe making inferences.
okay, good. Thank you. Now, that is the thing that I want to coach you on. That is a very good observation. And Liz, also thank you for taking the courage and unmuting your mic. Now, I want to teach you today is not just designing the dashboard, but the elements of a dashboard. Now, designing a dashboard, I understand in many and it is very important, especially in Excel, as your foundational for the entire data analysis. And even using advanced libraries in Python or R called Plotly. It also borrows aspects from this and Matplotlib. So if you need to learn more about Python and what have you, can visit our website and you can enroll for our next cohort or a class as well. So what happens is the main title here that we did here is the main objective of the dashboard. Okay, so please remember that. Then each and everything here is a sub-objective that is related to the main objective, which is the title. Remember, I've not included orders, the number of orders, the number of shipments. Why? Because you are focusing on sales. Are we together up to that point? Liza and Wambua. So remember, you don't just draw graphs like what I've been saying this entire time and just design them for the sake of designing. You have to design them with a specific intended goal. Like, for example, if they want to know, if the management wants to know, what is the total number of customers, they can clearly see from this one right here. What was the total number of products, they can see from right here. The total sales was this one and the average discount was that one. If they wanted the number total profit, you'd also include that as well there, or even capture it here. So remember, each of these, even this in itself is a data visualization. Are we together up to this point? These are also the metrics that you can use. And each and every graph that you insert here must represent a specific sub-objective that is tied to the main objective. For instance, we have the customers here, and customer sales and marketing and customer care go hand in hand, those two departments. So if I wanted to know which city in Africa has the highest number of customers, I'd go to Lagos and ask myself, as the sales and marketing manager, what can I do to mostly influence the customers in Lagos, Nigeria to buy our products? I don't know whether you guys are with me. If you're with me, give me a thumbs up. Good. Then, at the same time, I'd want to find out which customer is giving us the highest revenue in the continent of Africa, of which you can see here from this graph directly, it is Barry. I don't know how to pronounce this second name, but it is him, assuming it's a man. Now, what would I do as a marketing manager? I'd come reach out to Barry or as CS, customer service manager, and see how I can incentivize or motivate Barry and Liz and Filina to buy more of our products. I hope you are getting the value of the dashboard. If you are with me, give me a thumbs up. So remember this and always remember that the dashboard must always, and any report or any analysis you do must always be providing value or solving a problem. Don't just draw fancy dashboard for the sake of drawing or just to look neat or beautiful, of which it is good, appealing to the eye. Now, something else to note, let me save, is,
Maybe can I ask?
yeah, please ask, please ask.
Now, the date is not dynamic. Now, does it mean that anytime you make any change to the data,
Yeah,
it will automatically also affect the date? It will show that this was the position by this time automatically.
exactly. So what happens, Mr. Ambua, is that you see the date and time here, it will automatically be captured here. So for example,
Yes.
first to click here low, you can see the data is automatically updated, the time. So come tomorrow, 4th of October, you'll find that the time here is updated and the date here is updated as well. I don't know whether I've answered your question.
Okay, somehow. So it means at any time anyone opens the worksheet,
Yeah,
it will show the current date and time as the official status.
exactly. So if
Okay, thank you.
so if you are to send this report, let's say on Monday at 8 a.m., while you are sending it to show the time here as 8 a.m. and to show here the date, provided it is the correct date down here in the Windows settings. I hope I've fully answered your question on the same.
That is okay because it means if you make any change between now and Monday 8 a.m.,
Yeah,
when someone opens, they'll find the status as at the time of the change.
exactly. At that current time that you're sending the report, rather. Yeah, please don't confuse at the time of the change. At the time you're sending the report, because when you make the change, you have to save. Now, when you send the report on their end, they'll see the time that they have and the date.
That's true, because it will show by the time you sent, this
Yeah,
was the status.
exactly. I think we've gotten each other there. I wasn't gotten. I hadn't gotten your question quite clearly, but it's okay. Right. So now we can see that we have the African map here, and we can see from our data, and even from this scale here, the countries that have dark blue have highest profit, and the countries that have white are lagging behind in the profit. So you can see here for loss, you can see most of the countries except Tanzania, Uganda, and I think this is which country is this? Zimbabwe are not giving us too much of a loss. Whereas the countries that have high profit, you can see that the one that are closest to this blue icon, we have DRC, we have this upper Morocco right here, we have South Africa, we have Cameroon, I think, and also the likes of Egypt. If it is medium, oh my, I don't know why Kenyans we are not seeing any self here. Yeah, but you have DRC there, then I think Kenya will fall here as well. Then you have Egypt and what have you. So this is how we can make that report dynamic and interactive at the same time. I hope Mr. Wambu have answered your question and any on the interactivity part, and also Elizabeth. Elizabeth, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, good. Now remember not to overpopulate your graph, your dashboard as well. Because if you do, you'll overwhelm the person with too much information. Consider like it's a first impression you're giving somebody. Like you're saying, my name is Alvin, I work at Bounty, I do this, I do that, I do this, my name is, my mother's name, and all that information is too much. Give people in bits, eh? That's what I'm saying. Now you have as the sales and marketing manager now. Let me ask you, Mr. Ambua, this question. Assume you're the sales and marketing manager or director, or the customer success director, or the COO. Are you able now to use this report and make insights from it and make a decision?
Yes. Yes, because the report actually is very dynamic. You just need to click somewhere on the slicer for what you want, and you will get a picture
Amazing.
that can help you make a decision.
All right, thank you so much. What about you, Liz? Which decision can you make? Assume now you're the consumer of this dashboard or this summary report. What decision can you make from it?
Uh, According to what I can see,
Yeah,
for example, let's use these customers per city.
yeah.
I can tell that Lagos has many customers compared to this little one. I can't really read well.
Yeah.
Yes, and I can also, according to the profits per product, I really can't see well. They are tiny. Can you let me zoom out?
Let me zoom in, I think. Yeah, so you have them here. So now I believe you'll be able to fully clearly see them when you design it on your own. But I
And
believe this is technology, it's 50%, this is furniture, and this is
yes,
office supplies. So what insight were you about to give?
so I can say you're asking on the decision I can make, or
Yes,
what are you?
yes, yes.
Wow, wow. Wow.
No, it's okay. Please give it a try. We are also learning. Don't be shy or
No,
afraid.
the decision I can. I don't know. I'm blank there.
Personally, I think if we are maybe on the red, we are maybe told to downscale. I'd go for the this is technology. Yes, but if we are to expand, then I'll have to go to the next one that risks revenue, maybe the office supplies, or maybe target the people, I mean the furniture market, so as to increase the profits there.
Oh, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I hope Christine you've understood. That's how you, from what I hope you've understood what Wambu has said concerning this graph of visualization. You can unmute and just tell us if you've understood. Elizabeth, we are waiting for you.
Uh, uh, okay, I can say, and now according to these that you have made, I
Yeah,
can say maybe we focus on these regions that that produce the highest profits because yes, because the sales can be more.
you are referring to this graph.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, so saying maybe we focus on the regions that has larger profits rather than to focus on the regions that has high sales because yes.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, so you're getting it, yeah, slowly but surely, Elizabeth, you're getting it, but I can see you're starting to fully understand. Yeah, Mr. David, how are you doing? Welcome. Don't know if you're able to unmute your mic and greet us. I believe,
Yes, sorry,
I
yeah,
beg,
sorry. I
yeah.
was I left the office and then it started raining. I just reached home right now,
Ah,
so
okay.
my apologies. Missed the class, but I will follow up on the recordings.
Yeah, so I know you've joined in late, but are you able to see something here that you can make a decision from based on what, besides what Elizabeth and Wambu have said?
No, I've just joined like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's good
Yeah.
to hear from other people as well. So this is now the purpose of a dashboard. Remember, whenever you are doing designing a dashboard, you can make the most beautiful dashboard, but if it's not bringing any value, yeah, trust you me, it will be thrown away. It's just like incomplete job application, right? So remember, as you design and as you do this analysis, always think of the end consumer. They may not be as data savvy or have these skills as you, but it's good just to know how you are going to present it to them, right? Now, I'd like us to take a vote, and this one you can say yes or no. Would you like me to make a LinkedIn post on this one? I show you how it's done on this dashboard. Take a vote. Ah, right. What about if even David has agreed? It's okay. I'll do it just now. So this is the elements of our dashboard. So remember to kindly pay attention to what we've said in this class. It is very important. Now, let me just take a snapshot. So I use the snapshot here.
Bona Alvin,
Yes.
I'm starting to see something because you can do a very, very good or long report,
Yeah.
but maybe even with a very nice executive summary. But you see, if you have a dashboard,
Yeah.
I think even the executive summary may not even be necessary. The dashboard may speak. Actually, they say a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah, it's good, it's good to have that opinion. So the one who designs the report is entirely, so it is entirely how you want to present that report. That is what should guide you. And remember, it should always give value. So if you want to include the two, it's up to you. If you don't want, it's up to you, Wambo. I hope we're okay with that. So don't be limited to my way of thinking. The purpose of this class is just to give you a roadmap, a guide. Even how to design this dashboard, feel free to use your creativity as well. Now, I'll repeat for the logo. I've only picked the logo because I'm at Bounty Analytica. But remember, before you use anyone's logo, if you don't want to be sued for defamation, kindly seek consent. Okay? So don't just pick it because Alvin has said or Bounty said so. So you can take a snapshot, copy paste. I'm going to come to my LinkedIn. Let me type LinkedIn. Don't worry about this one. I'm going to come to home. Yeah, and this is how you can make a LinkedIn post. It's a bit of revision of the week one assignment, and the deadline is on Sunday. I mean Monday midnight. Yes, I think that is Sunday 11:59 p.m. So kindly make sure you've submitted. So this is how you can do it. You press Shift and Enter twice so that you can have space to type up there. Then Control V, it will appear like this. Then you can say, since I'm the one presenting, can like say during the let me tag Bounty, yes, Analytica's Byte site cohort, we learned on how to design a high level summary to optimize. Don't worry about the spelling mistakes, look at it later as you type, just like in Word. High level summary to optimize stakeholder data driven decision making. Remember, it's good to mention the end user, the consumer of the report, and what its intended goal is. So we are going to mention that on sales performance in Africa. Good. So you can see who designed the report, which is us. The end user is the data-driven decision making sales performance in Africa. So you are going to see one major, or let me repeat this one, utilizing advanced Excel, we discovered. Now, since it will be on your own post, you say I, okay, not we, because I'm the one, this is a class, I'm going to use we, but for your own individual post, you say I. You have to take ownership of your report as well. So we discovered that, let's pick just one key metric because I know LinkedIn is a lot. It takes much space, so I'm going to pick Lagos, this metric. Discovered that Lagos leads with the highest number of customers. Then you can put it in brackets and you can mention it is 333 amongst the African cities. These critical insights can help. Yes, you've done the analysis you mentioned. How is it going to help? Then you can put a colon, you can type 1, sales and marketing managers in designing targeted marketing campaigns in the region. In Lagos is found in which country? Nigeria. In Lagos, then you can say Nigeria in brackets. Then you can mention on how, or even what is the intended goal of those marketing campaigns to maximize profit. I hope everyone we are following through up to this point. Elizabeth, David, and Wambu, I hope you are following through. This is part of your assignment and also be part of your project, week one and the project. So please learn as much as you can. Then the second part you can say customer care, customer success teams in ensuring there is continued client support in the region so as, or you can say just to grow the pre-existing client base. Maybe you can say through referrals and what have you. So don't worry about this. You can reread your work if you don't have Grammarly installed on your computer so that you can just see. Then you can say, I highly recommend. Now this is you presenting. I highly recommend that we as a firm, we really, or we can just note that Bounty is not a marketing company. We'll be lying to the people as well. So don't lie as well. Yeah, I highly recommend you maximize on the Lagos and Nigerian market large to continually maximize or even increase revenue is still okay. Increase revenue. It doesn't have to be something complicated. So in this other part here, you can now mention the GitHub link. You can now put the link to your GitHub for your project or for your week one assignment, then paste it there. But since for this one, I'm not going to do it there. Then just below the GitHub link, you can put the hashtags. You can now put the hashtags. But before the hashtags, even I've remembered, just below the GitHub link, now you can tag people. Then you can mention Bounty Analytica being the first. Then you can remember our founder, Otieno Boniface. Yeah, it's right there. Then another hashtag. I'm using the @, function. Then you can mention James. Cover like that. And lastly, if you feel like, you can mention myself as well. Are we together up to that point? If you're with me, give me a thumbs up. Now the reason for this tagging is to help you increase your visibility. So you press Shift Enter, then I can now put the hashtags and can mention Bounty Analytica. Then can mention data visualization and can mention data analysis and advanced. These are just hashtags that are relevant to your post. So that's what I'm trying to imagine. So that when somebody searches for your post on LinkedIn or your recruiter, if they search for advanced Excel, your post will appear there. And now that you'll have included your GitHub link, they'll be able now to see your thought process and decide how they can reach out to you, because that's how recruiters work these days. Then you can put pivot tables, then you can put charts, then you can put the target audience sales, you can put sales analysis. Sorry for that. Then you can put marketing, then you can put customer care, and you can put business intelligence. Then lastly, you can put the hashtag byte. How is it spelled? Let me check. Byte site. Yes, byte site cohort. So these hashtags are like very much interesting. So far, so good. Any question? Any question? If you have understood what we've covered today, please give me a thumbs up. Liz, David, don't worry about this space. If it has rejected, it's still okay. So you can just come and change the spelling. So you can see a simple post like this, because I know LinkedIn you cannot put like in form of a PowerPoint, which actually PowerPoint can expand further. But here on LinkedIn, you just mention one key metric or even some few key metrics as well. Don't be limited, because I know the number of wordings are limited. So just mention the target audience like what you've done here and how it is going to help them, and the key metric, let's say like one key metric, then can expound who you are targeting. So something like that will really go a long way. Then you can come and click post. So once you click post there, this is me doing on my own wall. It will appear something like this. Then if you ever need to edit, you just come, then you click edit post. Then you can make the necessary edits, and after that you can click save down here. Since you've not made any, yeah, so you can say instead of I, you can mention here we. Then you can see the save a button will be appearing there. So I don't know why. And I've taken a screenshot, so yeah, so I think I can leave it at Bounty Analyticas. You can add a space there, it's still okay, so that the tag can remain. Yeah, so something like that will really work best, so don't worry about how it looks like. I can put the tags. Bounty Analytica can remove the comma. If it is rejecting, you can add Otieno Boniface, just redo like that. James Okaba. Notice how they look like the profile picture as well. So then you can add there. Then can remove the comma like that. Then you can just type CC. Actually, CC is even better. So something like that is best. A post like this will really go a long way. After done, you can click save. Then you can see how the post looks like. Any question up to this point? Liz, you're good. Wambua, I know David, you've not grasped quite a lot, but I hope you're okay at this point, even yourself. What about you, Mr. Wambua? Mr. Wambua, is he with us? He's left. It's okay, no worries. So, this is we'll stop it at there for today. So we'll meet on Monday, same time, same place. Kindly join, because Monday will go until Wednesday next week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, will leave you time to finish up on the week. Their project that will be given, and also the week 2 assignment will be shared on the WhatsApp group rightly after this recording. So if you haven't submitted your week 1 assignment, the deadline has been extended. So kindly pay attention, we won't extend it much further. So have it done over the weekend if possible. That's how you can make a LinkedIn post. I hope you've understood everything that we've covered. If you have, please unmute and tell us. Liz, you can unmute. I hope you've understood.
Yes, I've understood.
Right. David, I hope you've gotten something small out of the class.
Yes, but I think I'll go through it. If I have questions, I'll ask on Monday.
All right. So please practice, and see you on Monday. Let me stop it